So another thing I mentioned before about this car that I liked is, I do like the aesthetic comparatively to the newer WRXs. Personally, not a big fan. I kind of like how this looks. I think this is aged very well 7 years later comparatively to like the trend of newer cars now. I'd say the last big thing that I really like about it is the safety, really. I had been rear-ended in this car. This car has, a couple of little small fender benders on it just from commuting on Long Island. People act like idiots on the road. I was driving up Route 109 about to get off the South State Parkway. I'm at a stop and a big Ford Escape rear ends me. Bam. And the back is crumpled in a bit. I'll send you a picture, Chris. You can stitch it in whenever you want. And I was not hurt at all. So, granted, yeah, it was a slow rear end collision, but still, I think it was fine. I was perfectly okay. And I've seen photos, videos of, people get into really nasty accidents in this car, but the way Subaru engineered it and designed this car, I think it's very safe, comparatively to other alternatives on the market. I guess that's pretty much it on everything I like about it. Things I don't like. I'll start off with things I don't like that can be fixed easily. If you want to come over here, Chris, I wanted to show you something here. So, from the factory, Subaru thought it was a beautiful idea to put their World Rally experimental car with summer tires, summer performance tires from Pirelli. I don't know if it was a financial decision or whatever, but it was a horrible idea. In my opinion, Subaru should have put what I put on this car. Pilot Sport All-Season Force, the perfect choice for this car. And't get into that a little bit more under the who I think this car is for section. The other one that I couldn't stand when I bought the car was the armrest. I'm gonna come around the other side.
Yeah, tell us about that armrest. By the way, if you guys are just joining the live stream now, thanks for doing a behind-the-scenes filming here. Got a dual camera POV setup, so you guys are getting a little sneak peek of the full video, full long-term review video on John's 2018 WRX. All right, John, so tell us, what do you hate about the armrest?
The armrest was pretty comfortable, I will say. However, it was way too low. How you see it now is how it comes from the factory. And I know this is a little difficult to see here, but your arm is so low to begin with. When you're trying to shift, you have to move up, shift into gear, and then you're moving it back. It's way too low, and it needs to be a slight bit farther forward. So I wound up buying aftermarket a retractable armrest where it goes up here and then you can move it down.
That's pretty nifty.
If you don't want it, I'll say 90% of the time it's just been up like this.
Yeah.
Maybe twice I've ever had to move it down. But here I can move it in, bam, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And comparatively, this one is very hard plastic, and there's like no padding comparatively, so it's not very comfortable in that regard.
Mm-hmm. What else do we dislike about it?
What else do I dislike? I felt like they could have put a little bit more power. I think to keep up with the market, especially in the price bracket, because I think, if I recall correctly, the Focus ST was maybe like 10 or 20 horsepower short, and even with this, with the all-wheel drive, you're getting less power at the end of the day. So I feel like maybe like another 20 or 30 horsepower would have made this a little bit more competitive with other cars, in the segment. Maybe like an EcoBoost Mustang or something along those lines. Big thing I don't really care for this, that is quality of life. We're gonna go back in, Chris. You may want to come around the other side.
Okay, coming around the other side. Oh, John, we got a request on the live stream. Hold on, John, if I may, we have a request on the live stream now that some people are trickling in. Maybe we could feature on this video.
Yeah.
How many booms do you give the WRX?
I'll give it a solid 4 booms. Boom! 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 And boom! Yeah, 4 booms.
Okay.
All right, back to the video. Things that the big thing I don't like about this.
Hold on, one more take. I just wanted to reframe right there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to sit in the car?
Yeah, if you want.
Let me see what we can do framing wise.
Yeah. And you guys, you might want to get in the car because it's going to be like 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, warm up.
I am as wide angle as I can be, so.
You might want to, actually, Tyler might want to hold the camera in the back.
I was going to say, you know what, let me hop in the back then, because it's a little bit wide angle. You think I should be over your right shoulder or left shoulder, John?
Right shoulder's fine, yeah.
Right shoulder.
Someone wants to go on the, Chris wants to go on the right shoulder.
Yeah. All right. So we're going here then.
All right.
All right, so we are filming, John.
All right. So, I think the last thing, and this is where honestly I will say the Honda Civic Si takes the cake here as a day-to-day daily, is that for a 2018.
Oh, can you just turn down the blower?
For a 2018, this has, I don't know, some sort of, touchscreen system, and it has this small little display up here.
Mm-hmm.
Comparatively, I believe the Civic Si, the Civic Si, and I'm not 100% sure about the Focus ST, but I believe both of them had the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto.
Yeah.
And for being a 2018, that should have been in this car. Now, granted, that is one of my gripes with Subaru as a whole, is that they're always behind on interior design and features, comparatively to the competition. However, I've dealt with it. I've looked into replacing this head unit with an Apple CarPlay one, and it's like $400 or $500, not including labor. And to me, $20 on Amazon, this gets me 90% of the way there.
And I'll add to that, John, just to add another testament to the video here. My 2017 Ford Fiesta ST had that, and that's a car that was like 20% cheaper than this.
Yeah.
And would have been a competitor in the more budget-friendly segment.
Exactly. And
it still had it.
So Subaru was really lagging behind this. I will say this, to Subaru's credit, this is actually a nice feature where I usually leave it on this for day-to-day driving, where it gives me my average MPG, which, combined is all right. It's about like 25 to 27, 28. And then mostly highway, you're getting around 30, I would say. So it's all right. It's not bad. It's still commuter car average for the time. You have this for traction control and how your wheel is angled and all that stuff and the angles that you're on. How much PSI you're making and trip computer information. And then here's your digital boost gauge, which is, I think it's pretty cool personally, but, and then this is for the settings and stuff like that, and then a clock. So, but that doesn't make up for the lack of Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I think if they added a little bit more power, put the right tires on it from the get-go, and Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, this car would have been a 10 out of 10. And it's not like I'm talking about small things. I think they're each of them individually would be okay, I can get over it. But the three of them combined, it makes it like, all right, really? What was Subaru thinking at the time? So those are my things I dislike about the car. All right, do you want to go back outside, Chris, or you want to?
Yeah, sure.
So Chris, you should get a shot of me coming out of the car, and then I'll say like, so who do I think this car is for?
Okay. We could also look under the hood too soon.
Yeah. So, who do I think this car is for? I think this is for somebody who needs a sedan that want something, not the run-of-the-mill Honda Civic, that has a little sportiness to it, a little bit of fun, and somebody who's looking for an all-wheel drive car that isn't going to break the bank, like, you know, something like an Audi A4 or something like that. I think this is a really great option for those people. In terms of, you know, maintenance, it's not bad. The only issue I had was a couple of check engine lights and misfires because I didn't do the spark plugs on time. I did it about 10,000 miles too late. Once I replaced the spark plugs, the car was running perfect again after like 50 miles or something like that of driving. The computer reset itself. Now, would I buy this car again? If I was in my same position, I'm gonna be honest with you, no, I wouldn't. And here's the reason. Because I've already had this for 7 years. I kind of want something different. Now, what is my next car gonna be? I'm not quite sure. I'm looking for a pickup truck, or maybe a larger SUV like a Subaru Outback. Not quite sure yet. But if I was looking for a sportier car, my answer would probably be like a Ford Mustang, BMW M Series, like an M2 or M3 or an M340i. Or I was even looking at the BMW X3 M40i. Yeah, so that's who I think this car is for. Is it worth it if you are in an area with a lot of snow? Debatable. If you live upstate New York, New England, in, you know, colder climates where you get a lot more snow, totally worth it. Don't even hesitate, just go out and buy one. All right, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Under the hood?
Yeah, let's take a look under the hood. We'll engage with chat a little bit. Just so you guys know, this is part 2 of the live stream. We were live before, and either I hit the wrong button because I'm stupid, or you lost connection. I don't know. But we're back live again. We're doing a long-term review on John's 2018 WRX.
You guys can go back in the car.
John, we got a request from Yuri. Is John single?
No, married.
He's married.
But for the right guy.
Yeah.
No.
For the right price, everything has a price, Yuri. So hit him up.
No.
Command Grab says, unfortunately.
Would I buy this car again? I'm gonna be honest, no. Just like the build up to it.
We're here. So what are we looking at, John?
All right, so this is under the hood, my 2018 WRX. Clearly, yeah, it's been a little neglected, not really cleaned much, but
Wow, look at that battery.
yeah, I know. I had to replace the battery in the pouring rain, and
When was that? 2019?
That's gotta be the most.
like a year ago.
That's a year-old battery?
It's gotta be the best. Oil
Chad, is that a
replacement
one-year-old
I've ever
battery?
seen in my life.
What
It
was
makes
that?
it very convenient.
The oil filter.
Oh yeah.
That is the
one nice
best
thing. Is
Placement I've ever
right
seen.
there.
With a little tray so it catches all the drips, too.
Exactly.
Pretty sweet.
Do you like your filters drippy?
Like I said, I don't really have a place to work on my car, so I have to have mechanics to really do most of my maintenance work. But if you do all the maintenance on time, this car will serve you very well, in my opinion. The only other maintenance issue that I've ever had, or I should say, you know, reliability issue I've had, is for some reason with these cars, the AC compressor, I don't know, the Subaru must have cheaped out on it, and if you don't take care of it when it starts to go, the car can actually seize. I wound up bringing my car to the mechanic because I was having some weird issues with it. Like my AC wasn't blowing or anything, and then literally the next day the guy tried to start my car, and because the clutch got seized in the AC compressor, the car wouldn't want to turn over because it stalled the whole drive belt system. So
It's tragic.
don't neglect that. Just, it was garbage quality from Subaru. But that only happened maybe 3,000 miles ago, if that. It happened like 3 months ago, I'd say. So, you know, beginning of the year. but for it to last that long, I can't really complain. Other than that, like I said, the timing, the misfire issue because I didn't replace the spark plugs on time, and this were the only big issues I've had.
There we
Car's
go.
never left me stranded. It's never blown an engine.
Can we get a exhaust clip too, John?
Oh hell yeah, we can. Just let me know when.
Hold on, let me get in position here. All right.
Ready?
Yep.
John, can you do a pull from there?
All right, there you go, chat.
Yeah, put an R for reverse. I mean race.
Yeah.
R is racing club. Next video. How I crashed my Subaru WRX into the bay.
All right. So any final words, John?
I would say don't be hesitant about what everybody says about Subarus and glowing engines. If you want it, get it, and just follow the maintenance schedule to the letter. Because at the end of the day, boxers were designed by Germans, and you must stick to the maintenance schedule. Other than that, it's an alright car.
Das ist necessity.
Yeah.
Here, I'll do a quick testament because I think there is a use case for the WRX where it does make sense. Should I have the BD on? Does it look?
It looks better if you have me. You look more like somebody who would be in it.
Quick, where's your vape?
Mad clouds.
Hold on, John. How's the frame moving? Does it look good?
Alright, we're good.
Alright, so I just figured I would add something to this, right? Because obviously I've daily driven 400 plus horsepower muscle cars for 3 years in New York. And so the perspective of a Mustang making more sense, or a Challenger Skyback, or a Camaro, or anything like that, I don't want to discredit and take for granted that we do live in a pretty mild climate. Something like this, I think it does have its place in there's millions, probably dozens of millions of people who live north from us. So for stuff like that, and there's also places where they're a lot stricter about speeding. Realistically, New York, the speed limit here is like 80 on the highway before you even have a chance of getting pulled over. I know other places they're a lot more strict about it. So something like this might have more utility there. If you lived in Vermont, upstate New York, Maine, something like this probably has enough power for those winding mountain roads.
And I've done that before too.
Driving
Upstate
through-
New York.
Yeah,
Oh
driving
yeah.
2 feet of snow. So I just wanted to add that to the video. I think there is a point for cars like this. Personally, in New York, though, I would probably buy a Mustang over a WRX.
Agreed.
If I live somewhere else, I think a WRX, a Golf R. What other stuff do they have in that segment?
S4
I mean, that's probably like twice as much money, but
or an A4.
yeah. I mean, as somebody who had an Audi A4 for a couple years too, that was a lot of fun to drive in the winter. But same thing. I think there is a purpose for it, but you can skate by at least where we live without having something like this.
Cool. I think that wraps it up, Chris.
Yeah.
I think we did.
How we looking, chat? Hold on, we got Salty Complex, bro. Chill out, Kiss Sausage Fest, get a room. Who cares? Your name is legit. Bend over. You're not funny, Brody. Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
We got drama in the chat here. Bend over says, get a room, you two. We've actually had a room. There's actually 4 of us, by the way. Bend over. So, all right, John, let's go for another ride.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not? Let me plug my phone in so the stream doesn't disconnect this time.
Yeah.
Nippy shook.
Hold on, before we go, John, I got to do some stream maintenance here.
Now, John, riding it in the cold, how is it? Does it get up to temperature? Is it nice and warm?
Yeah, that was one thing we didn't really.
Maybe like 5-10 minutes.
That was one thing that we didn't really talk about, John. Was does it fall apart in the cold?
In the cold?
Yeah, my Challenger absolutely fell apart in the cold.
No.
As did my Mustang, really.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Chris?
I'm good, thanks.
I think it's
Can you just hold that so?
Yeah. On you, I guess.
Yeah, just while I put my seatbelt on. And I might have to pop a new camera battery in my my thing.
Do you mind if I grab one more? I'm sorry.
You've never had to apologize.
Well, you literally just put the lid on. I'm like,
Cancel it.
Man, it sure would be a nice day to go live streaming in a Cobra.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see if I
Maybe
actually.
a Mustang Bullet?
Oops. I don't think he's watching anymore.
I actually don't know
Probably was
if
that
I
correct?
have a.
Yeah, it's. He woke up pretty early to be watching the stream, so.
All right. Well, I'm almost out of main camera battery, but my phone is plugged in. So, John, let's keep streaming. Oh, we got another request to rev it. Oh, I'm good. I got my battery pack. So at this point, pretty much just live
Rather than
streaming.
scare the pup.
The puppuccino.
Don't scare the puppuccino. Wait, give him
yeah.
some time to pass.
So where are we going now, John?
Dog looks pissed off.
That dog's on a mission.
Got a doggy.
Trying to find a new fire hydrant to piss on.
So now, John, are you shocked to hear me say something nice about WRX?
A little bit, to be honest with you, but at the same time,
I think my argument makes sense.
Can you sleep in there?
Maybe.
I've been to that house before. Actually, it's very beautiful. That one.
Oh wow, we're getting 50.
Were you gonna buy it?
No.
John, football fan number 1 is begging you to rev it. He's asked 5 times.
We do a donut on the dirt.
Oh jeez.
Well, there goes your car wash.
Guys, the tail didn't even kick out there.
It did a little.
Do you remember?
Oh,
do you
it's all-wheel
remember
drive.
doing donuts in my A4 in the gravel parking lots?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
What a time to be alive. Guys, we're also taking song requests if anybody wants to hear us sing. We did Creed before.
Oh, look at that door go.
Oh wow. Look at that.
Puppuccinos.
Chris, do you want your lapel mic back?
When we get back, we can make sure we got everything. Yeah. Could film a long-term Cobra review.
Nah, I gotta get back home. I was around 5 o'clock probably.
Nice.
All right. So
There's no one's home, and I gotta feed the dog.
Yeah. So I'll start driving back to
Yeah. Sounds good.
the specific.
We'll finish up the live stream when we get back home.
Can you play Feign? It will be funny.
Fiend.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't know why. I
Don't know this one.
I'll try for you, football fan. Fiend.
Feign.
That's all I know from it. So
I think he's got hit spot on.
yeah.
All right, let's get a proper rev now for football fan.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a request for sing "We Bring the Boom."
Oh no!
Oh, John's going back for. Hold on.
Wait, he's going.
He's going back for more. Do you have traction off at least?
That's gonna be really
Oh,
funny.
okay.
Oh no! All right,
All right, we're holding on.
don't
fam.
flip us over.
Oh.
What? There is a tree right there, just to let you know.
I'm sorry, where's the bull?
All right.
I'll fuck it off now.
All right. I got a request for "We Bring the Boom." So.
Oh no!
Hold on. I know the Rizzler too. Let me do the Rizzler first. You know me as the Rizzler. I'm the Panther dressed in black. When I give your girl the Riz face, there's no chance she's coming back. I hang with AJ and Big Justice. We're like the 3 evolutions of Pokemon. All right, Tyler, would you like to start off? We Bring the Boom?
I don't.
Or do you want me to?
I don't know.
We bring the boom.
That's what we do. We bring the boom
We
for
bring
the
the
red,
boom.
white, and blue.
Oh,
We bring the boom.
We're not starting at the beginning.
I don't even know where the beginning is. So.
Oh boy.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that, football fan. Command grab. If you don't know who We Bring the Boom is, it's AJ and Big Justice. There's some local legends around here.
Yeah, local.
Are they from around here?
Yeah, they do live on Long Island.
Oh, do they really? I didn't know.
I'm pretty
that.
sure they do.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
People are like, they live in Jersey.
Let's do a live stream where we try to find them.
Just going to Costco.
POV stalking.
If anybody would like to see us try to eat how many Costco hot dogs is the limit,
McDonald's
I would
Mc-
enjoy seeing that too.
McDonald's McNugget challenge.
Yeah, I personally think John could probably eat 20 Costco hot
Oh
dogs.
my god!
no way.
You go straight to the hospital.
I
John.
would say after the next hiking video, that would be the Costco
Yeah,
hot
I
dog
would.
go
I
hard.
would love to
Listen,
see
I
that
eat
personally.
Badlands chugs over here, alright?
I would really enjoy that.
As a former Costco employee, I've
John,
had
what would
enough
you
Costco
say-
hot dogs the rest of my life.
What would you say to the 46 people watching right now, if they're interested in the WRX long-term review? Do you think they're going to enjoy what they see?
I think so.
I think we
I-
filmed
I
a
think
masterpiece
they'll
right there.
also enjoy many of the videos that are posted on Oddly Specific Films channel.
Yep. Oh, he's glazing.
Yeah.
It's a shameless plug. What do you want from me, buddy?
I appreciate it,
Yeah,
John.
I'm surprised there's
What
no,
you guys don't realize, Chris paid John $100 to say that. Oh, he tried to impress the C8 Corvette owner with that term.
Yeah.
MR2?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's nice.
A Mert. Mr. 2.
We're flying now.
Is that all she wrote?
Low gears, it does have some giddy up. Yeah, do pull. This is where the all
We're
drive
getting the
comes
pull
in.
here. Oh, we're flying. We're moving. Man, we just hit 30 so fast.
No. Oh
It
my-
feels exactly like being in my Golf. Without the wheelchair.
Without the wheelchair.
Yeah, I just don't want to go too fast around here because
We are in the residential, John. Well, we haven't even been speeding.
No, we
We've
just
been
been up to
driving-
we
yeah.
accelerated up to the speed limit and stopped
We've
it
been
right
driving
away.
the speed
John
limit.
does like 0 to 30 in like 2 seconds.
Like I said, if you guys want to watch a live stream with Bubba and his 2003 Terminator Cobra, he says he's got to feed his dogs, but that only takes like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, Chris, what else can we expect on the channel coming soon?
Oh, we got big plans.
Coming soon, yeah.
One video I know you've asked to do is the Can You Print a Chair Challenge.
Yep.
See how much weight it can support.
So we got some more 3D printer content coming up, hopefully. I would love to do another off-roading trip, but nobody's ever available to film off-roading trips together. So it's a real big bummer. I got to do another long-term Jeep review. Now, a lot of people had actually asked to do a 3,000-mile Jeep review, which was surprising because I at least figured they'd be looking for like 5,000, 6,000, you know, to get some more time with it. And I really wanted to see another off-roading trip. John, shout out to driver Mazda CX-5, Subaru, throwing up emojis.
Oh
So,
man.
Yeah, we're getting clowned by a Mazda owner here, John.
As a former Mazda owner,
And it's a
Get a life,
CX-5
buddy.
too.
Yeah, you're getting
It's-
called
It's,
out.
it's not like a Mazda Speed 3 or an
We got a
RX-7.
question,
It's a
CX-5 driver,
CX-5.
is it a turbo? I don't even know if those come with a turbo.
I think some of them do.
Well,
I'm sorry. Mazda has its active high compression engines.
yeah. Well, anyway,
Yeah,
hopefully doing
it's Sky Active. It'll send the piston into the sky. That's what it'll do.
but hopefully we'll be seeing long-term Jeep reviews, maybe some more Cobra reviews. I really enjoy doing the long-term reviews and the live streaming, so hopefully some more of that stuff.
Once the weather gets better, we'll do a Cobra review.
Also got another sneak peek road trip video coming up. I'll give you another Long Island road trip, hopefully in the next few weeks. Mrs. POV and I will be doing it. So that should be exciting. The better question is, John, is what happened to anything outdoors?
I got busy, and I really should start working on that video. I do a couple of tax returns for folks, but that's pretty much wrapping up now for me.
Mm-hmm.
Auto repair, no zombies. Just make sure. Is anyone a zombie? What the
Okay,
fuck?
okay. Oh, they don't even have a stop sign. What the hell?
And John's going the long way
What
here.
the world is going on here?
John's taking the scenic route.
Yeah, what's wrong with
Diesel.
this?
Let's see. What's it say?
Oh yeah,
Diesel engine.
Ray Park Jr. says diesel engine comes with the turbo, not with the petrol.
Well, love.
Well, it sounds like we got a European viewer over here, so thanks from coming over to view us. New
I see what you did
WRX,
there.
new WRX are about as ass as a Mach-E is.
Who?
Billy Badass.
Billy
That's
Badass.
you know what
All right, Billy
you
Badass,
know what's
what do you drive?
you know what's funny? What color is your Bugatti?
I'd actually would have to take a WRX over a Mach-E. They're just so ugly.
Yeah, I will agree with you there.
The thing about the Mach-Es, in my opinion.
Oh, we
right?
have a sympathizer.
No. They are the ugliest Mustang ever made, no doubt.
They are.
Ugliest
They're not
Mustang ever made.
That's the problem.
They're probably one of the better electric cars looking in terms of look.
It's just, it doesn't matter how good of a
No.
deal it is. It's just so ugly. I can't.
In terms
I
of
would never buy
Mustang,
one.
it's just not a Mustang.
Nelson,
They should have called it a
Miata
Mach-E.
better. I'd have to agree. Billy Badass says he's a '97 Supra.
Okay, respect,
nice.
respect. But I
Well,
would say
Billy
I'm a
Badass, are
former
you-
MX-5 owner, and if you are over 5'10", it can be a bit of a pain.
John,
to
you're like
drive.
5'10" and a quarter.
I'm 6'1", and
Well, anyway, Billy Badass, if you're in the Long Island area, we want to film a video with you and your Supra, so hit us up. We'd love to do a live stream and a filming like today, if you're interested. There's nothing in it really
Billy
for you, though,
Badass. I'm
besides
gonna
being on
say.
the channel.
I think Billy Badass is from Oklahoma. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, maybe, but you never
I'm
know.
gonna say somewhere in Nevada.
I
You
would say
never know.
Jersey. I don't
Jersey.
know why. I'm having.
Oh, he's in New Orleans.
Nolans. Ah,
Oh.
Nolans.
from New Orleans.
Oh, sorry, we can't film with you then, Billy.
Well,
Another G-Wagon.
Well, no. If he comes over here, well,
Yeah.
Chris will probably pay you $25.
I'll tell you what, if you
for the
come
drive.
up, I'll buy you lunch at McDonald's.
Oh, look at G-Wagon. Matte Black
Do have a
G-Wagon.
G-Wagon.
With
At this
Bronco.
point, I don't know if John's taking the long way or if he's lost.
I know where I'm going.
I mean, John.
He's actually going the long way again.
I think he wants to take the long way.
Yeah.
I know where I'm
I was
going.
gonna say, this poor guy's got to feed his dog, and John's driving us to the other side of the country.
RSQ5.
His dog is gonna starve to death.
The Doge. No, he's not.
Wow, they got rid of CVS here. I haven't been down here in a while.
So now, John, I just realized you have a sunroof.
Yes.
Do you ever use the sunroof? Do
I
you
actually
enjoy
do
it?
every so often.
You do.
I used it the other day, yesterday when it was beautiful out. Like 75 degrees or something crazy.
Because that's one of my favorite things about my Jeep is the target tops, or well, actually now I have what do you call it? A Sunrider top. I don't know if that's a convertible, what it's considered, but I love it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you got that.
Yeah. We got another question from Boo C7. C7 Z06 or C8 Stingray? I gotta go with the C7 Z06.
Z06.
Yeah, I gotta go with the yellow Z06 too. It's gotta be yellow.
I am not an aficionado on the Corvettes. What year was the C7 versus the C8?
Well, the C7 was the last front engine generation.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the C7 Z06. I remember seeing that at the New York Auto
Yeah,
Show,
that's-
and that was a
Yeah, 2014, I believe it
Oh,
was
that was
first
They
year.
started it?
yeah 14.
Maybe you should buy one of those.
Yeah, Z06.
Oh, Marshall, what are you waiting for?
Yeah. I don't know, Bubba. I think a Raptor R would be the perfect daily driver for you.
We'd have the GT500 engine in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of Mach-E, there's one right there. Beautiful
I
car.
don't know, Marshall. I'm really thinking that you just need an F16.
An F16.
Commissioned F16.
Yeah.
You'll be able to get from anywhere you want to see your lady friend in no time flat.
Yeah, pretty much.
John, try to
Where are
race
you
the
going?
train.
Race the choo-choo.
We got a choo-choo train coming. Oh, my phone's charging. Oh no. I'm tethered.
C8 is dog water.
Billy Badass, not a fan of the C8s I see.
I mean, I will say a lot of the new Corvettes have done really well on the track, which was what I think the original purpose of the Corvette was, right? Was to be an everyman's, like,
It was the American equivalent of.
Billy Badass asks, is your name actually Marshall?
Nah, it's not.
It's not his name. What's your name? It's Bubbinator,
Bubba.
isn't it?
Bubbinator.
Bubbinator.
Terminator.
you're in the Terminator.
Why is it dog? I don't know what you're talking about there, rat soup.
Talking about the C8 dog.
Oh,
that is
dog
common
water.
in.
Oh, okay.
I like Subaru, but they don't sell in the Netherlands because of high tax and fuel. Oh, this guy's in the Netherlands.
From the Netherlands.
Wow. Well, thank you for reaching out.
Yep. Rare chance to be riding in the back of a WRX.
Yeah.
And our friend John, he just learned how to drive manual last week, so he's taking us around. He's doing a great job today. My name is Marshall. Billy Badass, his name is Marshall, so.
Oh, okay.
My name is Marshall Wade Thomas Senior. Senior.
We got a choo-choo twain.
We got choo-choo twain.
Big choo-choo twain.
If you want some torque, the engine in that thing, man, that's what.
The beautiful LIRR.
See, John, you should swap the diesel engine from that train into your car if you want
Okay,
to.
All right.
The engine itself is probably bigger than the entire car.
So, John, when's the last time you've been to Manhattan?
Mr. Nielsen? No, it's not. I thought
I
it was
just
Mr.
figured it was
Nielsen.
all you complaining
Oh!
about the congestion charge. You'd be there every day.
WRX.
Rex.
Last year, I think in September.
So you're complaining about the charge, and you haven't even been there since it's been in
Yeah,
place.
because the whole concept's nonsense.
Wait.
Manhattan?
What?
What else?
You said a BMW X. What is it? X1M or something?
M40i, right? The SUV.
Yeah. We have some people that think that's the absolute worst car recommendation you've ever had. What do you have to say to that?
To each their own. Plus, I've never driven one, but I would love to. I'd love the opportunity to drive one, just to see what.
I
it's
would
like.
assume you could just walk into a BMW dealership and they would have like 20 of them.
True. But I mean, it's kind of similar to the SQ5, but I think the X3 M40i is a.
At this point, I think you're never getting home.
Yeah, why didn't you make a left?
Yeah, John, are you really
That's
taking
alright,
this
that's
long?
Yes, I am. What do you want me to do?
You know what, John? Teach these guys what for. Just turn right.
No.
There's nothing we can do to stop you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in control. Oh my gosh.
Well, Bubba, I am filming this long-term Cobra review at some point in the future,
So when the weather gets better, as I
yeah,
said,
we'll have to do it.
Oh, absolutely. I want to do it.
I'm starting to wonder if I'm ever going to see the Cobra because we're not getting home.
Yeah, I know, right?
We'll get home.
I think John has other ulterior plans with us right now.
You know, he is a Subaru driver.
That's true. He's gonna.
So, Chris, any other car recommendations?
Yeah.
You know what I saw last night? I
A
saw.
Bronco Sasquatch? John, you should buy one of those.
You know what I saw last night? A Chevy SS with the Holden body kit on it. That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's a nice car, man. I still Kurt should have bought that SS. That's my opinion on that.
Chevy SS.
Should have absolutely bought that Chevy SS.
Yeah, so chat, we have a few other reviews lined up. We have a Mustang Cobra. Obviously, we have another long-term Jeep review for my personal vehicle. Cadillac ATS-V. Mustang Bullet, which will probably never happen. Either the Mustang or the Cadillac review will probably never happen.
I would love
At
to
this
see
point.
those at this point.
Yeah. At this point, I think it'd be more likely to just find a random subscriber willing to do it.
If you want, we can do a 200,000 mile review of my Golf.
Do that, yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm gonna hit it in like 2 years. I bet that'll happen before the Mustang or the
Yep.
Cadillac.
We can also, we can definitely do a GTI long-term review. We also have a special treat too, hopefully lined up, doing a Vanagon 300,000+ mile review. That one should be a banger for sure.
Embraer jet flying POV.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, if I can, I'll try, but I don't think it's. Maybe I can put the GoPro somewhere in the cockpit, but I don't think I can have it on my head. Huh?
You can borrow mine if you want.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I
I
can.
was gonna say, I have a whole bunch of GoPros, so.
Embraer.
Yep. So John, I feel like you haven't really mentioned anything about the 6-speed in this car. What do you think about it?
Oh, yeah, the 6-speed. I mean,
We
I
heard
don't
about
really
the
have
engine.
the only other experience of driving a stick shift, really, like for a long period of time, is my 1991 Mazda Miata, the first gen, with I think it was a 1.6
Look at this
liter
Lexus
engine.
coming up.
And it was.
Oh my goodness. We got a Lamborghini alert right here.
What the? What is that? Jesus. Sorry, John.
We'll need a minute for that. Hold on.
Sorry, John.
What was I talking about again?
He was blown away by the.
That was a neck snapper for sure.
John, we got a question from Yuri. How long has John been driving stick shift?
I've been driving stick shift for about seven and a half years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the transmission. So the only other experience I have is with my Miata, and that, in my opinion, is probably one of the easiest cars to learn how to drive stick shift on. This, I would say, not terrible. It's not bad. I think it's good. You know, I really don't have much of an opinion on it because I haven't really, I don't really know too much else. I mean, I've driven your Mustang and your Challenger, Chris. I've driven your, I don't know, I don't notice any major difference, but I don't have,
John, you got a comment. I love the way John handles that stick.
With the smiley, winky face.
Yeah.
Not even the
He's
emoji
doing
to type
tricks
that
on
one.
it. He's doing tricks.
Oh, what the? You're gonna get the stream taken down.
Yeah.
Sexual content.
what are
is
you
going?
talking about, you pervert? God, get your head out of your ass.
Whoa, John, again.
We're flying.
Getting us taken down.
We're flying.
Oh, John, you destroyed that Toyota Yaris. Like,
We're flying.
yeah, hey yo.
Hey, yo. Let's see. What were you doing after this, John? You got any other plans this afternoon?
Nothing really. I did everything I needed to get done this morning, chores-wise, and here we are now.
He still has weekly chores from his mommy.
No, it's self-imposed weekly chores. That way,
John, you just got baited. Yuri says John can shift my gears.
Yeah, Yuri's an awesome guy. I like this guy.
this
Yeah.
Yuri guy.
Hey, Yuri, make sure to sub for more content.
Honestly, if
I think that's good.
that would be,
Probably is right. Yeah.
what?
No, I was saying I almost wonder if Yuri's somebody we know, but I'm not sure.
I would be shocked.
Damn, my door's open. The red light is always a party.
John, we just got a test user wants to hang out with us, but he's in Amsterdam.
Hey, listen, with my travel benefits, I could get you guys over to Amsterdam.
All right, let's do it. Brocation to
Yep.
Amsterdam. Let's do it.